If you haven't seen it, Spain.
Wait, actually, we have the video.
So that's not AI, ladies and gentlemen.
That's real.
Immigrant.
All right, we can break out.
Storming into Spain. The Spanish Supreme Court ruled that migrants stopped at sea while trying to reach Spain or the islands kind of off the coast that are Spanish. Some are rarely returned to Morocco. Therefore, people are trying to get on shore, get there, and hope that they don't get deported. And of course, once you're in Spain, given that the way the EU works, you could try to leave and go to other European countries. Spain is seeing this huge influx of illegal immigrants. France, Italy, others are now banning kind of people coming in from Spain into their countries right now because Spain seems to have lost control of this. Here's why I think this matters domestically. Trump, I think, is going to say with total legitimacy, I've closed the southern border. I dealt with the problem that has bedeviled America for, 15, 20, 30 years on some level. And Democrats want to abolish ICE. And I think when you see images of this on your television, I do think it will resurface for certain voters. Do I really trust them to put them back into power?
You can't take an issue 3 days later and bring it back up again. You have to ride the political narrative and ride the media narrative. If Republicans were smart, they would ride this wave. During Biden, open borders threatened the United States. We took our jobs. They brought crime in. Donald Trump did his job. He closed the southern border. But watch what's happening now in Europe. If Democrats had their way, this is what's going to happen here. The ad writes itself. All you need to do is show that imagery and say, this is coming back to our shores if Democrats like Abdul El-Sayed and Chuck Schumer get their way. Unfortunately, sometimes you do solve an issue so quickly that you don't get the credit for it.
Yeah, legitimately.
And that's kind of what happened with Trump, is that he kept his word. He did exactly what he wanted, and he got the result probably a lot quicker than anybody expected. But now we need to use that issue back again to remind people who might have forgotten about what open borders look like, that this is what could come to our shores.
I'll be curious to see in the fall how Democrats handle this issue, because in a lot of these Democratic primaries, there are two, not one issues. Israel gets the most headlines because AIPAC is spending so heavily against a lot of these candidates, and it's sexy. But the other massive issue in that debate the other night, Abdul hammered Stevens, who was saying we need to stop ICE's out of control nature. And he's like, here are all the times you voted to fund ICE. Here are all the things that you've done in support of ICE since she got to Congress. So that wedge issue of I want to abolish it, and you've got a lot of gray area in a primary, fine. In a general, it may be, albatross. So we're going to see.